time to see what's in Link's house.
All right, everyone give it up. We're going to go do predictions. What's going to be in that first chest? I'm guessing Red Rupee.
I'm on Team 10 Arrows.
Team 10 Arrows. Okay, let's see. All right,
Yep.
I was right. There was the 5 bombs. I was completely right there.
Yep, you sure were.
All right.
Man, I really got to get better at predicting these things.
Oh, I know. It's like I have clairvoyance or something.
So that one bomb is actually pretty good find because in this version of the randomizer, bomb upgrades give you an extra bomb. So that means they can get the last 3 chests and escape with no worries.
As long as they don't accidentally use that, which I have seen happen before, and I am victim of such torture. We'll just we'll end it at that. I've done that before.
Pretty unfortunate thing to do, actually.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
Alright, now we have the arrow upgrade.
It's funny that the arrows don't give any arrow, or the arrow upgrades don't give arrows, but the bomb at least gives you 1. I don't know. Was that fixed in progressive for the latest one?
In progressive, you don't get anything from the upgrades.
Yeah, that's what I figured anyway. But oh, it's like, well, I guess you really have no use for arrows if you don't have a bow anyway. So
That's true.
Yeah.
True. Alright, so making your way through escape. Movement is particularly important if you want to save seconds, because you don't have boots to go fast. So there's a lot of small movement things that you can use to gain some time here and there.
And in general rules of speed running, you go fast, or you win by going faster than your opponent. So movement is definitely key for this. And there's extra bombs right there. So
More bombs.
See, what bombs?
More
So
bombs.
we got 4 of them now.
Oh, don't leave the full magic. You'll never know where you'll get more magic.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my heart breaks right there. It's like, oh, well, I guess he's thinking frames right now, and you know, frames matter in these things. I just hope it doesn't. I don't think it'll come back to bite him. I'm sure he'll find more, but
Yeah, for sure.
It'll just be something if we get something like Fire Rod or something that's going to be handy in this next coming chest that requires magic. But that would just be something after all. And oh nope, the toilet paper. So
We got
don't have
ourselves
to
a
worry about
burrito.
magic.
Got
burrito.
ourselves a burrito.
Yeah, I've always considered, like I said, it's kind of useless to me. Although it would be handy if a burrito would at least give you health in this game. But ooh, speaking of health, Mysticum certainly could use some right now.
I mean, there's pots downstairs with 3 hearts, so if he really needs it, he can pick them up.
Yep, he may want to try that. Looks like Aaron's going with the pot to the face strat. That's my favorite.
Pot and 4 slashes, is it? Yep, pot and 4 slashes. Oh no, Mysticum died!
Ooh, not fun.
Gatekeeper has struck him down.
But at least on the bright side, he gets full health. We
Yeah,
gotta
but
look
he
at the
has to walk
silver lining there.
all the way back downstairs.
Yep. Ugh. That's heartbreaking, especially when you get into this. But it is. You said best. They're doing 2 matches, or are they doing a best out of? Best out of 3.
It is best out of 3, but they're doing 2 matches in a row.
Okay, so they're gonna be doing 2 matches in a row, just like you said. All right, so I mean, he's got that still going for him, but you definitely even in a best of 3 situation, you don't want to try and give your opponent an upper hand on that.
Well, unfortunately, Mysticum did just that.
Yep, but
I'm sure he knows it
it's
too.
still very early, and we know sometimes how different routes can cause different things, so don't count Mysticum out of it yet.
Anything can happen. It's Randomizer is volatile. Anything can happen.
Oh yeah, that is for certain. And 8 bomb dropped by Aaron, so if he runs out of bombs before he gets to that basement bomb spot, I'll be very impressed. And I don't think I'll be impressed in a good way either.
That is a lot of bombs.
That is a lot of bombs, but hey, you can't really complain. And Mysticum's going with the double pot to the face strat. That's definitely a strategy I prefer. Not exactly the fastest of the 2 strategies, but definitely the safest.
The fastest strategy is the 8/, but it's also the most risky, obviously.
Right.
Whenever I try to do 8/, which I try every time, almost, I end up doing like 10 slashes.
Yeah, and
It only saves like 2 seconds too. It's not even like necessarily worth it unless you can do it consistently.
Yeah, and I mean the loss of health that can become of that can definitely put you
More
in a bit of a hole if
bombs!
you're not careful. More. Wow, this is the explosive seed we're going with right now.
Hyrule Castle was ready for war.
It definitely was. Although don't know why they would start storing bombs in the sewer like that. You'd think it would kind of mess with the combustive nature of an explosive, but Hylians must know more than we do.
Just probably just ran out of space, to be
Well,
honest.
that could be. That very well could be. We know the throne room's covered with all those statues and everything, so can't exactly have them in there.
Alright, we're about to see the 3 chests in the secret passage. I think there's gonna be something that isn't bombs in here.
Well, I think there's gonna be bombs in here. Just wait. Oh, there's half magic
Half magic.
and half a heart too.
Not required, but most certainly helpful. And also fills your
Yes.
magic bar up too.
Half magic, half heart. He's good to go. He's in go mode now. Totally go mode.
Well, hey, that turns 8 fire rods into 16 fire rods. You can kill a lot of things with 16 fire rods.
But on the contrary, you can kill a lot more things with 32 fire rods, which
That
would
is
have
true.
been great if you got the quarter magic there.
Quarter magic is rare though.
Quarter
nice to
magic
have
is rare. What are the odds of that? I thought it was like
I don't know.
1 in. I thought it was like 1 in 4. I didn't think it was that rare, but
I mean,
There-
1 in
there's a
4
rare-
is uncommon for me because I don't always find the magic upgrade anyway. So
I'm usually never that lucky. So. All right, we'll see what Aaron's gonna do. Looks like he's gonna go towards. Looks like he's gonna go towards Lumberjack Cave. Usually a good spot to start anyway when you're picking through and deciding what to do. Usually you want to take a peek there to see if you're gonna have to go to Aghanim.
good. It's definitely a good play. I always make sure to do it because you never know. If having the knowledge that you need to do Aghanim early is a very good thing to help set your routing up.
Yes, it could definitely. There's basically a fork, is what I'd call it at that point. If you see something you need
Lamp.
there, like he does, and he's probably gonna say, okay, Aghanim might be required. Although at the same time, it depends if he's gonna find fire or not, and how comfortable he feels in Darkroom. I have not seen any Aaron races, so I'm not 100% positive what he is comfortable with doing. But if I saw that there, I would definitely be saying, okay, Aghanim, I'm gonna kill him.
I mean, it depends. The better players will see Lamp and say, do I need a fire source more than do I need the site?
Right. That's again the better players, not me.
Well, I mean, this is the best of the best now. We're in the final stages of the tournament.
Yes,
So-
that is indeed true. We are at the best of the best, and they probably, unless they were really desperate for finding that fire rod or something like that, are probably not going to go for Aghanim. But again, that's their
We'll see.
thinking, not mine. We will see what
definitely
they
see.
think. If they think like me and have a great mind like me, they're going to say, "Hey, I need to kill Aghanim." But not everyone thinks like me.
For all we know, Aghanim might still be required anyway because of pyramid item or something like
Yeah,
that.
for all we know, that's going to be Moon Pearl there. So
It would be funny if Lamela's dropped fire rod. You're right.
yeah, that's what I'm. That's
That would
what I'm
be
guessing. It's like,
incredible.
yeah, that would be funny.
That would be really, really good. Yo, money, heart,
Money, more hearts.
more bomb, and a bottle. Wow, there's some value
a
in
beat.
Kakariko.
Yeah, bee in a bottle. There we go. Go with those B strats against Ganon. Well, now he's
Alright.
got enough money to go to Zora.
You got anybody to do bottle and Zora? Jeez, he's rich.
Yeah, this is very rich in explosives and money. Missed to come grabbing the Lost Woods heart. Because nothing's worse than leaving your heart in the Lost Woods.
True.
Actually, there's probably a lot of things worse, but I can't imagine too many more things than that.
I mean, he also died earlier. He might be a little bit frazzled, so he might be looking for safety.
Yeah, and I don't blame him there. Aaron took the heart too, so.
Boots.
Ooh. Now he's got some speed.
Oh, yeah, I
And
guess
another
he
bee in a
probably-
bottle. I need to look at the tracker, gee whiz.
Yeah, I've been doing the tracker.
Okay, you've been doing the tracker? Okay,
Yeah, I just kind of
Good,
forgot to do the bottle.
that's alright, I forgot to do everything, so... Tracker's like, it's like, Bird, can you do tracker? Can you chew gum and walk at the same time? And I answer emphatically, I don't know.
Nah, I'm usually on top of it. I just kind of been distracted. by it.
I'm very good at that. So
It's an entertaining seed.
yes, it definitely is. And Aaron doing the great thing and not bombing the chickens. I applaud him for that. It's a valid run now. He did not bomb the chickens. You can bomb the goats if you like, but leave the chickens alone.
I personally like throwing chickens.
The cruelty! What kind of community is this? It's gotta be so cruel.
The sick kid is only accessible if you have a bottle, and he is holding on to the moon pearl. What is this kid doing with the moon pearl?
Oh god, he probably went to the dark world anyway. Oh, the moon, really? The moon pearl? Probably spent his last dime on it. It's like, can this show me the future? I bet you got it from the fortune teller north of town.
Maybe that's why he's sick.
That could very well be. It's like he knows got the almighty moon pearl right there. Couldn't keep him from being sick.
So in the library we have hammer. There's so much value in Kakariko today.
You are not kidding. It's hammer time, boys and girls, and anyone else there might be a cat or two in there too. I'm sure, but
so early hammer, aside from the fact that it's a pretty strong weapon, if he finds a lift upgrade of any kind, he can just go straight to the dark world if he wants to.
That is true. Just having the power glove, as bad as it is, we'll let him get to the dark world, which will really open up this seed for him. Mr. Cum looked like he was going to throw that chicken, but he had the best idea and just set him down. Make sure he didn't get it blown up. Good, Mr. Cum.
Alright, Aaron is checking the dam now, the dam area.
Oh, damn area.
Good old dam.
Unfortunately, he does not have the mirror, so he's going to have to make 2 trips in here, but... Yeah,
Who knows,
more money.
There could be value there, still.
There very well could be. You never know. That's the thing about randomizer. You just never know. Unless you're playing a vanilla randomizer, in which case things aren't randomized anyway, so... Yes, crickets. I love it. Alright, Andy, you released the floodgates, so we're gonna see what is in there. I'm gonna guess more money.
More bombs.
More bombs indeed.
Why is there so many bombs?
Well, maybe they think that... You know, I can't describe this logic anymore. It's like, you know, just... He should be at least set for a while, we'll just say that. We hope. Like I said, knowing unless he's like me and fails the bomb jump 50 times, then he's not got enough bombs, but...
Aaron's visiting the Moldorm Cave, also known as the Generous Man's Cave, because this man is generous. In vanilla, he gives...
And there's more bombs.
In vanilla, he gives you 300 rupees, and this seed, he gives you a heart piece.
He's got to give you his love.
Money won't have nothing of real value.
No, except more bombs. Evidently, that's got... Well, I was going to say that would have value here, but you'd think with such a high stock of bombs, the value of them wouldn't be so high because you got such a high supply.
Mr. Cub checking Bonk Rock Cave, getting the Titan mitts, the orange hands.
That definitely could help.
Alright,
actually, well, help. It's a required item.
Mr. Cum can go visit Dark World whenever he feels like. Yes, hopefully, Aaron finds his way to there at some point, because that is where the value lives. Oh, Aaron found the Tempered Sword!
And Mr. Cum with the hook shot in the King's Tomb. It's like, what is the King doing with that hook shot? We'll never know. But
it's like the lottery. Everyone's getting stuff.
Indeed, everyone's getting stuff. And this goes to show everyone how diverging the routes can be. You see Mr. Cum's pretty much caught up a little bit right now, but it looks like Aaron's going to go to Bonk Cave right now, and he's going to be pleasantly surprised with what he gets.
The old Titan fingers. The strongest hands around.
Yes, we will go with that. I don't think anything else in the game can throw rocks quite like the Titan's mitt can.
Mr. Cum making his way up Death Mountain now.
Good choice. It looks like Aaron's going right. He's got the same idea too. Go right to King's Tomb, and he'll be very happy with that. Of course, Hookshot opens up Hype Cave, so that would be a very good reason as to why they would go there in the first place. They both got Moon Pearl. They can pretty much clear all of Eastern Death Mountain.
You can get the Hype Cave with Hammer and Lift Upgrade. Just go south of Link's house and use that portal. So
That's
I mean,
true, but they can also access Hookshot Cave and just clear
yes,
out that entire.
Hookshot Cave is something they can access now.
Right. Right. Thanks for correcting me. I am very glad to be corrected. Actually, I really am. I don't like being left behind on that. It's like
Old
I said
man,
something incorrect.
old man get lost in the mountains. Mysticum escorts him home, gives him a Hunsky. It's always nice to treat the elderly with respect.
Yes, you never know when they have that when they have something for you there. You gotta reach deep into his purse for that one. But I'm sure he was happy.
Mysticum doing some hook dash strats, getting some super speed, exploring Death Mountain.
Top of Spectacle Rock with a heart piece, just like normal, and inside a heart piece as well, just like normal.
Vanilla video game. AaronDobbe
like-
about to also fill his purse.
Indeed.
Mysticum making his way east side. Hookshot lets him go to east side, Death Mountain, which has 8 chests over there. And since he has the hammer, you could also round back around to Tower of Hera. We don't know what the dungeons are yet, so we don't actually know if he's going to want to go there, but, you know, I mean...
I thought one of them opened up the map earlier, and I believe
someone marked
all of them have... Oh, go ahead.
Someone marked crystals, so I'm assuming...
Yes, that's
Probably.
that's what I thought I saw as well, were 3 crystals. I just did not know which ones were, or which crystals on the other hand.
Alright, well, we'll figure it out.
Oh, yes, we will.
Magic
Mysticum with a cape. And now we're both at a point where we're both talking at the same time, and then we're like, oh, the other person's gonna talk. No, I'm gonna talk. And it's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen a few times. I apologize.
We'll be fine. No problem.
Okay. As long as we're gonna be fine, that's okay. I don't like being not fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. It's like such an 80s word.
Another
Blue
bottle.
potion.
Mushroom.
Well, if you're gonna keep a mushroom, you gotta keep it in a damp and dry place. And I can't
Mirror.
think of anything better than a cave. And if you're gonna do mushrooms, you might as well be looking at yourself too. So whoever was in this cave last and left all those items there definitely was prepared for something.
Man, that is a crazy amount of value in Death Mountain.
Yeah, it almost feels like everyone's gonna be in go mode here pretty soon. But
You have to keep in mind, the earlier you get all the good stuff, the more is open at once. So it actually can be a double-edged sword.
that is true. Because then, especially if you have trouble with navigation.
I think I saw Skullwoods as a green pendant.
Skullwoods with a green pen. I think I saw Swamp Palace and maybe Ice Palace as the other 2. It went by so fast. The Mysticum, pull your map back up. Gee whiz. It's like, let us see these things. Aaron, you could do it too. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just somebody pull their map up for like 5 minutes so we can at least map these things out.
People are saying Ice and Swamp, I'm assuming, are the...
Did you take a look at what was in Hookshot Cave for the island chest there? They are both going to be very happy with that, if they're going to go for it anyway. Aaron might not, but I think being so easily out, getting the butter sword right there is... I would definitely take the time for it, but that's me, and that's why I'm not in this tournament.
Oh, was Buttersword on the cliff? On the island?
Butter sword's on the island.
Alright, Mysticum looking at Turtle Rock, it was Quake.
Alright, Quake
Down to-
required.
Fuse Town is 6 hoes. I'm trying to get the map done. Yeah, I think Mysticum is going to grab that Butter Sword.
Yeah, he's going to go to Hookshot Cave. You kind of got to anyway. It's got 4 chests there, plus the butter sword up there, so... You'd be a fool not to, especially since you got the hookshot and you're all the way up here anyway.
So in Hookshot Cave, now that I'm finally caught up on my tracker, more bomb! More money!
Money.
More heart! And the net!
Can't complain about the net.
Catch
Well, you
bugs with that
can,
one.
but... Well, at least, especially Mysticums right now is like, especially after having that death rate off the bat, it's probably like, oh, finally, the net. I can at least catch some fairies in case that stuff happens again.
Yeah, well, the thing was, Mysticum didn't explore south of Light World, so that's kind of part of it. Oh, Mysticum is elected to not grab the Butter Sword?
He doesn't have bombs. He can't.
Oh, no, you're right. How does he not have bombs?
This was such a bomb-generous seed, too. The Lionels are...
Lionels are lethal.
Yep, and they proved lethal to Mysticum right there. He was on his way to Tower of Hera.
Yeah, I would have probably mirrored sooner because of the fact that, you know,
The Lionels, I know. Especially
I'm-
you can't touch them with the fighter sword either. And even if you dash with the master sword, they just hit you back. You need at least tempered sword in order to dash through them.
no, you cannot run against those walls with the boots. There are certain walls you can, but those ones are not. Aaron is making his way to the butter. The cholesterol cleaver. That's all that
I'm
one
sure
going on.
the cholesterol cleaver. That I may have to remember that one. I usually just say I can't believe it, and we'll leave it at that. But I'm pretty sure Aaron can believe it at this point. Yeah, now he's got some butter.
And
Ganon's one true weakness.
to come electing to buy bombs, which is not a bad call at this point. I don't know how. Oh, he didn't go to the south of Hyrule either. That's probably part of it.
Yeah, he didn't go South Hyrule. He went right towards the Death Mountain as soon as he got both the hookshot and the Titan's Mitt. So he was a little strapped for bombs there, and it's hard to believe considering how early we were saying this was a bomb-heavy seed.
Well, we know where 2 sword upgrades are. Nice flute. There are 2 sword upgrades that we know the location of. The Master Sword is still nowhere to be found just yet.
Yeah, and unless Mysticum explores the southern part of Hyrule, he's going to be with the fighter sword for a little bit.
Bow!
Yeah, wow, the bow. Aaron's definitely glad he went to Tower of Hera right now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of value up here.
I mean, it just seems like everything that they could ever ask for, except for Mysticum, with like, where's there a bomb when I need it? Everything's coming into fruition for everybody.
Early flute access is still pretty good, but I'm sure
Yes,
Aaron will make his way there at some point.
Yeah, and now that he's got bombs, he's gonna go right back up there and get that butter sword. Because no one in this game likes to use the fighter sword unless they absolutely have to. But even then, they're like, really?
Oh, there's the Master Sword in Tower of Hera.
All right, so 2 of the swords on Death Mountain. It's like it's hogging it all. But at least Aaron's gonna know that he should not have to check the basement.
Very true.
Because the only items left are a key, the toilet paper, and the compass. So, not worth checking. He's got every item he needs in here.
Knowledge is power, and Aaron has a lot of the power.
Yes, he does, and a lot of almost any runner who's made it to this point has definitely got a good grasp of the game and the knowledge that requires to run this game.
All right, so we got ourselves the first crystal of many.
Yeah, Troll Dorm went down pretty easily, I'd say.
Only 2 hits to the butter.
Yeah, that is a Moldorm's weakness too, is butter. I think it's also Worm's weaknesses. I think it's Statue's weakness. I mean, if you go up to a statue and just rub some butter on it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna crumble.
Probably, or at least be very slippery.
That is true. I bet you a pigeon's gonna think twice about going to a statue that's covered in butter. Or maybe
Aaron
not. They
doing
may
the
just
rounds.
say, yep, Aaron making his rounds now.
I
Just like
think
Ian said.
he's thinking of Spike Cave. He has Cave, he has half magic. It's probably not a bad idea to go there.
Definitely check that and get it out of the way so you don't have to later. And at this point, that would be the last thing he would need to check up here anyway. Just save and quit afterwards, and you're back to where you need to be.
Alright, Mysticum acquiring his butter. Finally delicious.
Yep. Both we can now admit that both runners are delicious today. Wait, never mind. That sounded bad.
You tried at least.
I try. It makes sense in my head. It works.
Mysticum,
I got distracted by my own self. I didn't even see what was in Spike Cave.
I also did not pay attention to Spike Cave. I was too busy thinking about Mysticum going to Hera.
Yep, me too.
I think, oh, it was bombs. That's right. I
Yep.
saw it, and my brain immediately just ejected.
That's probably why you're just so used to seeing all these bombs that it's like, you don't even see them anymore.
Bow and arrow has been acquired for both players. Now.
Yeah, Mysticum, to be honest, even with 2 deaths, I don't think he's that far behind. As long as he doesn't try and do South Hyrule, but that could put him further behind because he doesn't need anything down there. But that's the value of us knowing and him not.
Aaron looks like he wants to go straight to pod. He has all the equipment for it, so I don't see anything necessarily wrong with the play. After that, he can go mirror to Eastern. Gets the double feature done.
Yeah, not a bad idea. And if he can, if he can actually go through without the torch, or without the lantern, then he's golden. Which I think that displays the comfort he has with it. He actually dares to go there soon because he knows where the lantern is.
Maybe he likes the dark.
Who doesn't?
Some people don't.
Yeah. Well, okay, that was a dumb question on my part. You get the dumb commentator here in May. It's like, why not ask a dumb question? Who doesn't like the dark? Oh, I don't. I prefer the light. It's like, okay, then you answer my question then.
So paying Kiki the monkey a small sum, the old man fund, to get him to open the door.
Old man says, hey, if you ever see my monkey, please tell him to come back. I got money for him. That's probably what it is. The old man, that was probably his monkey, got lost in Light World, and for all we know, I never thought of that. Kiki might actually be a Hylian. He may not be a monkey. He might have been someone who got trapped in the Dark World and got turned into a monkey, like how Link gets turned into a rabbit.
This is way too much lore for me.
Oh, I know. It's like my mind's blown already. It's like, how do I come up with these things? The world will never know.
Alright, so we got ourselves. First chest was a key for Aaron, so he's gonna start making his way through the dungeon. Got another key. He's probably gonna go check the big key chests.
And here's another theory. Kiki might actually be telling you what's in the palace. Mostly just keys. He's getting a bunch of them right now.
Potentially true. There are a lot of keys in this dungeon.
I never thought of that until now, which I did just think of it.
Mysticum going back to Dark World. I think he might be making his way to Thieves Town now. Visit the Den of Thieves.
Thieves Town, Den of Thieves, whatever you want to call it. It's just that big gargoyle statue that no one really likes, but it's such an easy level to go through. The only thing is the things there hit like tanks, so.
Or not. I guess he's actually looting the rest of Village of Outcasts first.
Can't blame him there.
More health!
I bet you Mysticum's like, oh good, more health. This seed's kind of killing me. Especially since no one's found any shields or upgrades right now.
I mean,
armor upgrades.
Armor, we can kill everything, right?
Yeah, I guess the best defense is a good offense, but try saying that when there's a laser going to your face.
You'll never get hit by it as you use your cape.
Yeah, true. You do have a point there. You have a very valid point.
Aaron chilling on the conveyor belts. He's got one heart. He's in very dangerous territory. Reminder that I just talked about having a good offense being a good defense, but right now it's not working for him.
Well, thankfully for him, there's actually a fairy fountain off to his right, so if he decides to go for that, which looks like he is, he should be alright. As long as those red big jelly things, which I can never remember the names of, as long as they don't try and shock him, they're okay.
I call them jellyfish because they're mean. Alright, Fire Rod from the digging game. Oh boy, we have our fire source.
Well, Rip Landmole was having it.
Dude, Landmole having it. That would have been incredible.
I would have loved that. I absolutely would have enjoyed that. Then again, I'm kind of trolly like that, but that's just me.
I just like complexity. The more complexity it is, to me, the more entertaining it is.
Yeah, at least for us watching it anyway. I know usually when I'm playing these things, I prefer a simpler seed, but...
No, I like playing complex.
There's a lot of people that do. Unfortunately, I am a very simple person myself, so... There's a lot of people like me. At least I hope they are. Actually, probably better not be like me. If they do, they're in some trouble.
Alright. Mysticum delivering the breadsmith to his rightful home.
Alright, make sure he's got 10 rupees for this, because I've seen that.
Ooh, the flippers. The flippersmiths? What?
Flippersmith. Very interesting concept. Makes me wonder if what King Zora's gonna have. We know he can't have a sword because we've already found all of them, but Mysticum's really loading up on the items.
That's for sure. Alright, Aaron is doing the first dark room. It's the basement with all the rupees. I don't know what he's getting. I think he got the first chest, but I don't know what he opened.
Who knows?
Oh, there's a compass.
And there's a compass. Now this room's not nearly as difficult, at least in my opinion, to do dark as the other dark room right before the big chest, I should say.
It's true. It's much less of a maze.
Indeed. I don't even think Misery Mire's as difficult as this one.
Depends. I mean, the enemies can be really a pain in this room.
Yeah, in this particular room, I agree. Especially those dinosaurs there that breathe fire. It's like, It makes me wonder what was actually in the mind of some of these people when they designed these characters and these
magic powder.
Yep, the crushed up bag of Cheetos, as I've referred to it before. You know, it turns anti-fairies good, so it must be Cheetos, right?
Delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
So that opens up the magic bat for Aaron if he so chooses to check it.
Yeah, when you're still missing a lot of items, that can definitely... You definitely want to check that if you have the opportunity.
Alright, it looks like Aaron has made it through the maze completely fine. In the big chest, he is rewarded with a burrito.
Burrito. Alright, let's take a look.
Mr.
Sorry, my...
Rewarding a purple chest.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry about that. My view of the stream actually cut off real quick, so everything like froze. Like, wait a second, that couldn't have been happened. So I had to rely on your voice for a minute there. It's like,
in the purple chest is 10 arrows.
Well, Team 10 Arrows could be hyped now. They found it.
I, for one, hate the purple chest.
I do too. It's one of my least favorite. Actually, it is my least favorite fetch quest.
In my last tournament race, the medallion I needed to open, I think Turtle Rock was in it, and it was literally the last place in the world I checked.
Oh god.
I checked everywhere else.
It's like it's one of those things. It's just that you don't think of checking it because.
Oh, I thought about it. I just was like, oh, going my way for one item or going to this place for like 6 items. I'll go that way.
Yeah, actually, you got a good point there. That's probably the easiest thing to do in that case anyway. That's the most logical thing to do. It's like, do I waste my time going to one item, or do I waste my time going to where there are 6 items? You play the odds at that point.
Just checking the damn area finally, and now he's going to Hype Cave. We're finally going to find out what's in Hype Cave 32 minutes in.
32 minutes in. I'm gonna guess there's a boomerang in there.
I think there will be a boomerang, but I think the book is also going to be in there.
All right, we have a book. We have boomerang. Anyone in chat want to make their guess? I'm both males. There we go. That would be awesome. The blue and red male.
There's a blue male.
Well, there's one.
Cane of Brian. Ether medallion. All right. Well, that's pretty good stuff.
I was right. I did say Ether was going to be in there. I was right. You guys can go back on the VOD and quote me on that. Actually, no, don't, because you're going to make me out to be a fool.
There was nothing that I wanted to see.
Well, for all we know, Misery Mire could have Ether, so
I love literacy.
Can check it out.
I love literacy seeds. Oh no, Aaron getting killed by turtles in the dark room. The turtle party strikes again.
Oh. I got nothing I can say to that, unfortunately.
It's a tough room.
Blank.
It's a tough room without sight. Oh man, the bomb boost.
Indeed. Well, at least we know that he's got 2 of the medallions, but it would kind of be not good if, Misery Mire had Quake required as well, because now I gotta search for Quake.
Alright, so Aaron is electing to say, forget Palace of Darkness, I'll come back later, I already looted it mostly, and go to Eastern Palace instead.
And this could be a big turnaround point, especially if Aaron's having trouble with the dark room in there. He knows where the lantern is, but where Mysticum also has Fire Rod right now. Like I said, this could be a big turning point as far as that. Mysticum may see his fortunes start turning around because he's got the flute, he's got the flippers, he's got all the mobility he needs.
He's got a lot of things. He's got a lot of mobility, he's got armor, he's got offense. He's pretty healthy right now. Like he can probably start just searching through dungeons with like reckless abandon.
Indeed.
He's finally making his way to the southern end of Hyrule, which, as we know, did not have that much value. But
not a bit. Now, what we don't know is there's still 2 items required. Excuse me, 3 at least right now required that are still AFK. Yeah, they're away from the keyboard. MIA, I think, is the acronym I want to use.
Yes, there are 3 items that they are missing right now. They need, well, Mysticum needs Quake, Cane of Samaria, and
Ice
Ice Rod.
And I am still hoping that one of them is in the Master Sword pedestal. I think we're all hoping for that.
Everyone hopes for that.
Everyone hopes for the pedestal.
Well, the seed does have the makings of a Cane or a Ice Rod Master Sword. Or even a Quake. It could be any of them.
Yeah, Quake could be in that as well, because none of the places that Quake would be required to open have a pendant.
Chat, I really want some Ice Rods on that pedestal.
Oh, I think we all do. Because the only place where Ice Rod is actually required is Turtle Rock, and that's a crystal, so... Mysticum finding out where one of the other swords are. I believe that was tempered in there.
Correct.
He doesn't need it anymore. He's got the good stick of butter there, so...
Tons of butter.
Tons of butter. I can only imagine how much butter compressed it would take to actually make a blade of that length.
Probably a lot.
This is the type of thing Randomizer does to me. It just makes me wonder, how much would it take? And how many licks would it take to get to the center of that sword?
Probably would not be very delicious halfway through.
Yeah,
I'd be really tired of it.
And we also gotta wonder, is that sword salted or unsalted?
I mean, it causes maximum pain, so my guess is salted.
It very well could be salted. I mean... But at the same time, is it like a creamy butter? Or is it more like, you know, one of those ones you get for 99 cents that, you know, you felt like you just pulled out of the freezer?
So Aaron is making his way to the end of Eastern. He didn't really find anything of value, but it's okay. It's a crystal dungeon. He's going to get value at the end. Let's see. Well, he only has 14 arrows. That is not a large number. Is he going to grab some more arrows from the pots?
Well, he's also got Butter Sword, and that can that definitely can make quick work of the Armos Knight as well.
The book is on the pyramid. We are literate.
Yeah, he can now read now, and so can we, and I'm really hoping he'll read the Master Sword pedestal here.
We have researched reading.
But do you need to learn how to read first before you research?
Aaron just shooting them dead one at a time. The Armos Knights are now all dead. Aaron acquiring his second of 7 crystals.
Yep, no butter required for the Armos Knights today. Mysticum looks like he's going to go to Catfish right now. He's going to make that loop up to King Zora to see if he can find the last of the 2 items that he needs to just be in go mode at this point.
Well, isn't it 3 items, or did he find Quake before?
Oh, excuse me, yes. 3 items. I thought for some reason I thought he had Quake, but no, he found the book. It's like, wait a second. Quake, book.
Aaron deciding...
Makes sense in my head.
Aaron deciding not to finish off Palace of Darkness yet. He really does not want to get killed by turtles again, so he's saying, forget it, I'm out of here for now.
I can't blame him there, but it makes me wonder if he is actually going to go for Aghanim and get that lantern.
It's an option.
Mysticum avoiding that red rupee of Cursed, which makes no sense as far as my wording of it, but it's a cursed red rupee because he's avoiding it like a plague.
Comes sees a bottle with a B on the ledge. I don't know if he wants to grab that out. He already has 2 bottles. Probably doesn't need more. Bees,
yeah,
yes.
the 2 bottles. I was gonna say it's like all these bottles have bees in it. Oh, big life lesson from King Zora. Here, have something that's
expensive bombs.
Yeah, very expensive bombs. And Aaron now finding the flute, probably very happy with that. Oh, Mysticum is going for the bottle.
He really, really wants bottles. I mean, the potions. Potions are helpful.
They very much are, and he's probably at a point where he's saying, I don't want to die again. And, you know, death is bad.
He also has a bug catching net. He can catch bugs.
He can catch bugs. He can empty out that last bottle. I think he got the fourth. Yeah, he got the one from Hype Cave that had a blue potion. He can empty that out, catch another bee, and just send his entire army out to kill Ganon.
Aaron finally making the entrance. Oh, he's activating the flute first. And then I think he's activating Thieves Down. And Mysticum trading in the mushroom. What do the witches brew up with their drugs?
Oh, now it'd be something if it was Quake.
They have brewed up money.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they sold the drugs.
That's probably what it was. It's like here's 20% of what we sold that mushroom for. And
Mysticum with all 4 bottles. I didn't even realize he had all 4.
yeah, and one of the bees was golden too. So I'm really surprised because, like I said, I would have caught that 4th bee and just see what damage they could do to Ganon. Probably nothing, but it would have been funny to see 4 bees go after Ganon.
Alright, so Aaron finally entering Thieves Town. We finally can see this dungeon. It's got 4 item locations in it, so it's a good place to check early if it's a crystal dungeon.
Yeah, and the only item you really need to full clear is just a hammer. So as long as you got that, you can get through fairly easily.
It's a very good thing to have.
Yes. The hammer is always good to have. It's kind of a required item. Kind of.
Very true. It is mandatory. It is a mandatory item.
I was gonna say.
I thought about it and then realized there's at least 4 dungeons where hammer is required to complete it, so it's always gonna be required.
Yes, and people, you want to listen to And more than me as far as this randomizer goes, because I'm playing this mostly by ear. I've never been in one of these tournaments, so the best I think I've ever done is a sub 3 hours. So he's got more experience and is much better at this than I am.
I don't have an opponent yet, so I can't race. Ice Rocks on Keep Cave! Oh my goodness! But the pterodactyls! The pterodactyls are hungry. There is tons of value that Mysticum has over Aaron. Aaron still has not done digging game for the fire rod. He has not been to Cape Cave.
No, and here's the thing: Mysticum's finding all these items in non-dungeon areas.
Yeah, the overworld has been very, very, very valuable.
So if he can find the cane and Quake, then literally he can just clean up all the dungeons without worrying about anything.
Very true. So the dungeon lead that Aaron has is not exactly as big as it looks.
Not one bit. Looks like he's gonna go to the graveyard cliff.
Graveyard Cliff, definitely a place to check. If you're gonna do the rounds of Northern Dark World, this is definitely a place you don't want to forget.
Absolutely. Aaron scooping up some fairies there. Can't say I'd blame him there. This dungeon is quite painful if you're not prepared.
And also, don't forget he's died in Palace of Darkness. He's probably feeling a little bit. He's probably might be a little bit shaken, to be honest. Not stirred.
Especially when you don't know what your opponent's doing right now. Mysticum dying twice is probably feeling the same thing. So we got 2 players here right now that are probably in a little bit of a shake mode right now.
For sure.
I know I'd be, but then again, that's me.
Mysticum making his way to the Desert Palace. The Power Glove is on the cliff. He says, "I don't care. I'm gonna go to the Dark World now."
Absolutely. I mean, you get 2 chests here, and you also get to take a peek at what Misery Mire can withhold.
You can also get the item on the northeast side.
That's true, in the northeast side of the desert. The only thing is he cannot complete Misery Mire right now, so it looks like Ether's required for Misery Mire.
Okay, so that's at least at some point he can enter it.
Yes,
if he really is desperate.
And if he finds the red cane and he messed up on that block push.
He thought he had his mirror equipped. He did not have his mirror equipped. So instead of despawning the block, he just kind of shoved it gently in front of the chest.
It's like here. It's like you can move there. It's okay. I'll be back.
Here we go. We finally have a shield sighting.
Right. The pot lid is available. He's got the pot lid.
A little bit too late for it to be truly useful, but I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yes, those Hylian soldiers right now that shoot arrows, it's like, yeah, come at me, bro.
Aaron finished looting Thieves Town. Nothing really of value in it, but I mean, there's still a crystal.
Yes, and that's what Aaron's hoping for right now. Well, actually, there's no real sense of hoping for. He knows there's a crystal here. At least I hope he does.
So Mr.
Looks like
sorry.
He's gonna enter. Mysticum looks like he's gonna go ahead and enter Desert Palace.
Alright, well, he abandoned his warp for it, so hopefully Desert has something valuable in it, aside from the crystal that he's going to get.
Right.
Pizza
got
joke?
the-
I think it's a little too cheesy.
Oh, the puns are real.
Thank you, Blind.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Blind. Aaron going with the cape strat's definitely a preferred method when you have cape in this battle, especially when you don't have any additional armor.
Aaron acquiring his third crystal, but he still doesn't have a lot of the items that Mysticum had.
And that could play very pivotal here.
So far, Desert has not really shown its secrets yet. There's 2 items in Desert. We got both keys. Wait, no, we got a burrito and a key. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he's got the compass and the... What else do you got? Compass and an item. A couple items, I think. The big
Mirror
key. Oh,
shield.
alright, can't
Aaron
complain
is visiting the C-shaped house, the legend house itself. This house has decided more races than you would think.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, forget to check it out. Mysticum not going to the... I was going to say, is Mysticum, go to the big chest. Do that. There might be something in there other than a compass. He's got a 50-50 shot at it, but... He may have been thinking for a moment, it's like, well, let me go to Land Mola, see if that drops something, because if the Land Mola's drop something, then you know that the big chest has compass. So that could have been something to play for.
Digging up his fire rod.
And I called it.
I'm sure he'll be happy for it. He's
Wondering
digging...
if Aaron is drawing a shape.
It looked like he was trying to make a hat.
Yep, the hat failed. It's not quite what we were thinking. Or maybe he was just trying to align the constellations. Maybe he was going for an upside down Big Dipper. I don't know. It makes sense in my head.
Guess so. Alright,
See, I wasn't the only one to think that. Somebody in chat also mentioned a Big Dipper. Confirmed he has a great mind. He thinks just like me.
sometimes great minds do in fact think alike. Alright, so Mysticum almost at Landwas. The question is, what method will he use to slay the vile beasts?
Fire Rod's usually a good way to do it quickly, but you also have Butter Sword, so...
Fire Rod and Butter Sword both kill him in 2 hits, so... I don't know, I personally would probably use Fire Rod. If he had Silver Arrows, which he does not, Silver Arrows do in fact kill them in 1 hit. I'm an idiot at using Silver Arrows, so I usually stick with Fire Rod.
I can't aim Silver Arrows on... I can't even hit the Armo Snipes with Silver Arrows, but you did have me thinking. You said Fire Sword. I think you were getting your things mixed up. I was hoping for you would say Butter Rod here pretty soon, because that would be delicious.
Oopsies. Alright, well, second crystal has finally been acquired by Mysticum. Mysticum deciding, I found so much stuff, it's time to start killing stuff. Let's go murder every dungeon. The Flipper Smiths. The Flipper Smiths finally given Aaron his flippers.
It looks like Aaron's gonna go visit Batman over here.
Oh, the bat.
Yeah, because we don't know what lies within that, because Mysticum does not have the crushed bag of Cheetos. So let's go ahead and sprinkle some of that cheese dust on there and see what Batman gives us.
And if it's Kane or Quake, that's a really big find.
I'm calling Boomerang.
It's a heart container.
Well, you know, Batman has so much love to give. It was only a matter of time. Especially when you give him crushed up cheese puffs.
Man, the value of the bat, not as fun as it could. I was hoping for it. I was hoping for the big turnaround, because if it was in fact Kane or Quake, Mysticum has not gone into Palace of Darkness yet because it's dark. I mean, I'm sure that's not necessarily the reason, but there's certainly a bit of value there.
Absolutely. And the thing is, they're starting to run out of options now. They're going to clear out the crystal dungeons first, most likely, but they're going to come to a point when they probably want to have to check out the pendant palaces. Especially since we know, and I've seen it many times, Swamp Palace holds something that is very much game-changing.
Certainly is likely to do it. It's got 6 item locations.
And a very well, very well made come to decide who's going to check out Swamp Palace first, and they're probably all hoping, oh, I hope there's not one of the key items in Ice Palace. And the more you open these chests out here and not see the items that you need, the more you start panicking. It's like, oh no, Ice Palace, I don't want to go there.
Alright, Aaron about to visit Stump Kid. He's afraid to leave his stump. Stump Kid's afraid to leave his stump.
Or is he Stump Kid because someone gave him a riddle and he doesn't know how to answer it?
I prefer the Hey Arnold reference.
See, I never watched that growing up. That one went right over my head, like a mile. So
Alright,
I do
so
like the Stump Kid thing, though.
Aaron finally making his way to Hype Cave to acquire his first medallion and blue mail. Finally. After trading the purple chest, I can't say colors, the purple chest, which had, as we know, had 10 delicious arrows.
Well, if they're that delicious, imagine how they taste with butter on them. Huh? Well, nah, forget it. Yeah, I've caused Ian to
I'm sorry,
I've caused you to go completely silent now.
I was distracted. I was thinking, like, Aaron doesn't have the book yet. If he did, he could go to Bombos. And I was just thinking it to myself, and I just blanked. my brain just literally shut down.
It's like, yeah. It's like for a second I thought it was something I did, which isn't surprising because I do get a lot of people's brains to shut down. So
I just literally just stopped thinking.
Okay. So we don't have to blame me today.
Alright, so Aaron acquiring his Ether Medallion, his Brian, his Blue Mail, I'm sorry.
His Brian Mail, his Blue Ether, his Ether Cane. We'll keep naming off random things. This is a randomizer after all. They definitely should have had random names.
So as I recall, the book was on the Pyramid of Power. Let's see, maybe Ether and Bombo's tablets could have something of value.
Yeah, it very well could, and Mysticum still hasn't checked those out either, so...
We'll never know. Never know the secret.
It's just like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of that butter sword? We will just never know.
Mysticum has almost finished Thieves' Down, which we know did not have anything of particular note, but, outside of the crystal, in fact, obviously.
Yeah, Mysticum doesn't know that. We do. That's the benefit of watching someone already go through this. Yeah,
Aaron finally acquiring a shield. Aaron finally has a shield.
Oh, good. He's finally got the pot lid?
Yeah, it can protect him from steam.
Ooh, exactly. I was just thinking the same thing. Or random flying noodles.
Aaron electing to grab the power glove. It actually is bad in this case because it doesn't do anything for him.
Maybe it's not. Maybe his left hand was cold. He just needed something to warm it up with. Because the other hand's perfect.
It's the same hand, though. The glove is the same hand. You can't just put it on the other hand.
Well, we've heard of people with 2 left feet. Maybe there are people with 2 left arms.
That's possible.
That's very possible. It works in my head, anyway. Mysticum looks like he's got the cape out. He's probably like, eh. Oh no! For a second I thought he wasn't going to use it because he was actually making pretty clean work of it. But when you have the cape, you might as well use it.
Alright, so Mysticum using cape strats to protect himself from blind's harmful rays. I mean, he's blind. Why are you trying to hide from him? But his reward is the crystal. The 3rd crystal to tie him up crystal-wise with Aaron, but because of his item advantage, I think he's in pretty darn good shape right now.
Yeah, Mysticum definitely probably feeling a little bit better, especially after those 2 deaths, but he's getting quite lucky, but it's still a matter of when he can find Quake and when he can find the Red Cane.
Indeed. He needs Quake and the Red Cane to be in go mode, and there's still plenty of places left to check. Mysticum electing to go to Skullwoods. Skullwoods is the place I've decided to start liking to check because it's not that hard to loot. There's only 2 items in it, and it's all kind of like on the way through it. He might also elect to look at the Master Sword pedestal because he has the book.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you'd probably look at that before he even go. It looks like he's going straight to where the Master Sword pedestal would be.
I think he just wants the knowledge.
Knowledge is power, after all.
All right, what do you think the Master Sword is?
Oh, no, in our luck, it's just going to be couch cash. But, you know, there's still the 2 items that we're all hoping for. It's either going to be... We're all hoping for Quake or Red Cane.
I say it's going to be a boomerang.
You think it's boomerang? I'm either calling couch cash or a shovel.
I make blocks to hold down switches!
Required!
Oh my gosh.
Required! And
The
Aaron doesn't know
knowledge
this
is
yet.
back the power. This is a game-winning race move to check that, because now he knows he needs to clear every dungeon. Aaron still doesn't have the book.
He's not gonna know.
He doesn't know. Oh no. Oh no.
So here we go, people. We're in for the long haul today. Every dungeon's going down.
That's huge.
So that leaves Mysticum with just not knowing where Quake is.
Indeed. I actually played a seed last night. I was playing a hard open seed, and the bow was in the pedestal, and I was sad.
Oh, it's like no. Yep, that's Randomizer for you, though. We're gonna have a long game. Mysticum was probably hoping for sub 2 hours. I mean, if he had found Quake and Kane early, he very well could have been in good shape to get close to 1 hour and a half. I think, anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Knowing this now, it's like ain't happening now.
Aaron has acquired his 4th crystal. He's finished polishing off the Light World dungeons. Mysticum having issues with gravity as well as floor tiles.
Gravity, it's like the most evil thing ever. Trust me, I'm a big man, I know.
Oh no, I can't believe Kane is once again in the pedestal.
It's like the odds aren't very good for that either, but I've seen more Canes and pedestals than I care to count.
Sure, it does happen pretty often. I'm not gonna say it happens often. It's like 3% of races. That's not often. But if it is a critical item in the spot, it usually is Kane.
Yeah. Looks like Mysticum is hopefully gonna make some quick work of the giant moth here, because no one likes this boss.
No one likes it.
No.
Alright, so the first of 3 pendants. The green pendant has been acquired by Mysticum. It is a required pendant, though. Now, this green pendant also lets him visit Old Man Sriracha Sauce. Sriracha Sauce will have an item for him if he ever decides to visit him.
Sriracha Sauce, Sacagawea, Secretaria. I don't think anyone knows how to pronounce his real name, and if they do, they're lying. My wife always claims to know how to pronounce Sahasrara or Sriracha. You know, I can't even pronounce it right, but she always claims to know, and I say she's lying. Even if she does pronounce it right in front of me, I still say you're lying. That's not his real name.
Aaron with the yellow guards bug that seems to happen sometimes. Guard color palettes for some reason change.
And to answer someone's question, no, I have not. Unfortunately, not been paying too much attention to the chat right now. I probably should, though.
It's hard to pay attention to the
definitely
chat.
probably should.
I'm running the tracker as well as trying to pay attention to everything. It's kind of hard.
Well, this is kind of difficult for me too, because I have one of my computers that the stream will work on, the other one where Discord works on. So I've got 2 computers, and I'm like in an L shape right here.
I'm acquiring the 3rd and final shield.
Okay, my wife's saying no talking bad. I can't talk bad about her, I guess.
Shikaka. Yeah,
Shikaka. There we go, Shikaka.
Shikaka.
That's what. We'll go with the Ace Ventura reference there.
Okay with this.
I'm okay with that too.
Kira. Alright, Aaron finally electing to deliver the drugs to get the drug money.
Yeah, you know, get that 20% cut that he gets for doing all the hard work. Which involved, I think, him just going into a cave that had no danger in it whatsoever, but, you know. So I'm trying to think of where Mysticum, besides the dungeons, could still check for Quake. On the overworld, anyway. I mean, there's still the Pyramid Fairy. That could still have it. Unless Turtle Rock has 5 or 6. Actually, I don't even know if that. I'm just trying to think right now. When I'm trying to think, my brain doesn't think. So I guess I gotta stop trying.
Hobo has been checked. Hobo had 20 rupees.
Hobo's been checked. Let's see. The tablets have not been checked.
So,
And
Mysticum visiting Old Man Sahasrara. What will he have? He's not even gonna dig. Ooh, he's leaving us hanging. Aaron,
now if he goes away without checking that, I'm probably gonna have an aneurysm here and more bombs.
Oh no, please
Come
don't
on,
do
you
this.
gotta talk to him, talk to him, talk to him.
Alright,
50 rupees, okay. Phew.
That's close.
It's like, come on. Oh my god.
Yeah,
You give me, come on, Mysticum, you give me a heart attack over here.
don't forget your old man. Old man Sarsaparilla always has something.
Yes. He usually does. He has only half as much money as Old Man on the Mountain. At least now Mysticum, we know, has enough money to pay off the monkey.
I mean, the seed's been very rich.
Yeah, I've not seen a lot of money, to be honest with you, though. But then again, that's just me. I mean, Aaron's got
The early
money
game
still,
was
but-
loaded. Do you not remember that?
Hey, I'm lucky I remember 5 minutes ago, let alone what happened early in game. When did they get Buttersword, by the way?
Kakariko had 600 rupees alone.
By the way, when did they get Buttersword?
I know you're doing that one on purpose.
Really? How well do you know?
Alright, so Mysticum finally going to do Eastern. There's nothing really important in here aside from the crystal. He might go to Pod after that. We know what's in the dark rooms. Nothing really of super important aside from the powder, which doesn't open anything of value because the bat had heart container. So
Now there is still one more place that I thought in the overworld that where they haven't checked it. They can't because they don't have the shovel, but the dig item in the forest that very well could have Quake in it as well, and you would need to find the shovel for that. Leave it to a fetch quest to make the seed even longer.
indeed.
Aaron gonna brave the dark room again. He's got better armor, he's got more health. He's probably like, yeah, come at me, turtles. It's like, look at me, I got a banana hat. You can't touch me.
Aaron is going for the grudge match of the turtle room.
Yep, absolutely.
He's got a lot more supplies this time. He's in not particular danger of dying as much because he actually has armor and hearts and as well as bottles. But
And the fairies, yes, because he did dig up a few fairies. So he's like, yeah, I'm not afraid anymore. At least we hope he's not afraid. But still lacking that knowledge right now, and if Aaron can ever check for pyramid item, then he might think to go check the Master Sword pedestal, but
fortunately, still got a lot of...
Yeah, I mean, Mysticum's going to be clearing out dungeons anyway, just trying to find Quake.
Yes, because he knows he needs to do all dungeons, and he knows he needs Quake. That is the thing he needs.
Once he gets Quake, he knows he's in go mode. Unless he's not comfortable with dark rooms, but he knows where the lantern is, so
Indeed.
that's not a big deal. Those hammer strats on the Helmosaur King. A lot of people I've noticed in the tournaments, go for the hammer strats. Definitely faster, unless you get really lucky with bombs, but because I have seen some people go with bomb strats to the Helmosaur.
I am comfortable with hammers. I don't like using them.
I am too. I'd rather use that. I kind of wish bombos would work and you could just one-shot the helmet that way, because that would be broken, but that would still be fun if it could.
So, Aaron acquiring his 5th crystal, still is missing so much stuff to beat the game.
Yeah, he's probably thinking he's close to being done, but he still has Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, and neither he can enter right now.
Oh, he can enter Mire, but he needs...
That's right, he does have Ether. He just can't get very far. Well, he can get far, he just can't finish the dungeon.
Yeah, he can loot everything in Mire outside of the boss.
Just to come almost at the Armos Knight, and Silver Arrows are still MIA as well.
I don't know these runners too well, so I don't know how comfortable they are with silverless strats, but it's
I think I have seen
Mysticum.
I think I've seen Mysticum go silverless before, but if you can find silver arrows, then you use them. But even if you are comfortable with silverless, because it's still faster to use silvers, but So I'll tell you, a strategy is not fun. Is Master Sword silverless. I've gone through
I'm
that in one of these
familiar with
seasons
that
before.
I'm familiar with it. I mean, I've done low percent, so I definitely know what that's like, and it is a trial.
Yeah, and it's the fun factor goes right down when you have to feel like you have to spin attack him like 120 times. It feels like. I don't know if that's the exact number or not, but Aaron realized that I can read now. Let's go ahead and grab our book.
We are literate.
We are literate today.
Everyone is literate today.
Now Aaron choosing to mirror out. It makes me wonder where he's gonna go. Duck picks him up.
Swag duck. Aaron is electing to go.
He's gonna go check out Bombos, I think.
Oh, he is gonna check out Bombos. You're right.
I don't think right now. I don't think he's desperate enough to go to Swamp Palace. But he's gonna have to at some point. But I don't think he's gonna check it out right now. I think he's gonna check out the tablet first. Then he'll probably go to Death Mountain and check out that Ether tablet.
I don't blame him for that one in the slightest.
I mean,
I would probably not go to Ether just yet because he's already alluded to both sides of Death Mountain, and like lately, going out of your way from one item location is generally. I mean, it can work out in your favor, but I try to be efficient about it.
Right. I mean, the best place, technically the best time to check it out now would be when you're going to Ganon's Tower, but unfortunately, you need some items before you even get there. And the 10 arrow upgrade.
Hooray, arrows!
Hooray for more arrows. Just what he needed.
Oh, I mean, he is going to Ether, though. You did call it, though.
I did call it. Like I said, confirmed Aaron has a great mind. He thinks like me. So we will go with that. Because. Yeah.
With your great, if your great mind is so great, what do you think his next move is going to be?
Hey, I didn't say I could tell the future all the time. I just said my mind is great.
All right, fair enough.
Great minds think like me, so.
All right, you're right.
That's why Aaron has a great mind.
Seems good. Seems good.
See, it's legit. It's like when I always tell him, I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Alright, so let's see what is in the Ether tablet. If it is Quake, then that's a huge find.
That is a huge find. I'm still calling Boomerang or Shovel. We haven't seen either of them.
It is a heart container. This guy is healthy. He is so healthy.
He is healthy. He's watching his gluten, and he's making sure he's got plenty of life to live. Looks like Aaron's going to Skull Woods now.
Oh, he might check the tablet. He might be going to see the tablet because he has the book now, and
the Master Sword pedestal
is in fact a major thing. Oh, he is not. He is going down to the village. Oh, maybe he's going to Cape Cave. He's going to check Cape Cave finally.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be happy to know the ice rod's there.
Quake is a necessary item. Quake is the item to get into Turtle Rock. They have the Ether, which is required for Maya already. So the medallion that's missed. The only thing that we don't know about that is required to beat the game is Quake.
Commentators are not the nicest people. What are you talking about, Moonman?
Oh,
we are the nicest people. If you don't believe us, just ask us. I'm just responding to chat.
AD Battle 2017 for 3rd place. That would be fun. Just to come lighting torches to get the items in that basement.
Can't blame him there. I would do this. I would hope to do the same thing, but then again, I also usually forget that there's torches there. It's like, now I don't remember though. Are there actually torches in this dark room that you?
No, there are not. Unfortunately, no. You have to play this one by ear, and by sword light, and by maybe using a map online. Asking your good friend Google to help you out.
Google. Google's always there when you need him. No matter what you're looking for, and sometimes things you're not looking for either. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, another cursed rupee. Out of the way. Mysticum using up one of those blue potions there. Oh yeah, that's why he didn't have so much money. He bought like 2 blue potions.
He bought a lot of potions. He's healthy.
All right, I was wrong in saying this wasn't a very generous rupee seed. You proved me wrong. Thanks for proving me wrong, Mysticum. I told you I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago. Looks like Aaron's now going to go over to see his good friend the Catfish, who has a cursed rupee as well.
Boy Catfish.
Oh, and Catfish's distant cousin, King Zora. The thing is, Aaron does not have enough money for Zora.
That is actually alarmingly true. Not that Zora's selling... Oh, he already bought Zora, though. He already visited Zora and bought the bombs.
Oh, I thought Mysticum did. I didn't know Aaron
No,
did already.
Aaron did a while ago. I just kind of didn't mention it. Like, Mysticum did it first, but...
You're leaving me hanging here, and.
Sorry.
Oh, you're
There's so
killing
much
me.
going on.
I know you're doing a very great job of doing the tracker. I very much greatly appreciate that because I get so distracted with this that I can never do it. It's like I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time without choking on the gum or tripping over my feet. I think there's a few people in chat that can probably attest to that. But
Aaron visiting. He's already done Pod. He's already done Eastern Palace. What is he doing?
what is he going? Oh, he's got to visit. He's gonna go ahead and visit Sriracha, but he doesn't have the green pendant.
No, he doesn't.
Not that it matters,
I
he
guess
doesn't have anything anyway, but...
I mean, there's a chest behind him, and there is stuff behind him. Like, nothing super world-breaking, but, I mean, there's certainly stuff there.
No, I mean, it's not that he doesn't know that, because he doesn't know right now, but... and he still doesn't... He still has not checked out the Master Sword pedestal either.
Fortunately for him. It's out of the way, too, and Skullwoods is a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to full clear it anyway, but... He's starting to realize he's running out of options as well.
Indeed.
Because as far as clearing the overworld's pretty much cleared on both runners' ends.
Yep, stripped bare at this point. Aaron might be making the move to go check Swamp. It's definitely, I think it's a good play at this point. It'd be better for him if he actually kills the boss, because he does need the pendant. But he doesn't know that he needs the pendant, but we know he needs the pendant.
And that could cost him right there, but again, that's the nature of randomizers in general.
It's
You roll the dice, and it's a big gamble. Half this game is just gambling.
It is certainly a lot of rolling dice. A lot of the skills involve making sound decisions with your routing, and even then it might not help out. Like, try to be as efficient as possible, but you never know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, you can be as efficient as possible, but just taking that chance on 00 there sometimes can pay off. Pay off as much as if you're betting on 2, but
my Aaron stream froze. I don't
mine
know
did
what
too.
he's doing. It looks like he's going in a swamp, but we'll never know.
Rip Strim. Mysticum finding the torch down there, so definitely helps. I keep forgetting there's torches there too.
Yeah, I've had to use torches in there before. Aaron's stream is still down, so for now, I guess we'll just have to commentate on Mysticum about to finish Pod.
Yes, indeed. That makes our job a little easier right now. We only have one person to commentate on, but here's the thing: if Aaron finds Quake, we're never gonna know until he opens menu.
It's true.
Or if he
finds we'll know where it is probably though, because Swamp isn't a small dungeon.
No, it's definitely not a small dungeon. There's plenty of things to look for in there. I mean, it's a simple dungeon, thankfully, but also got some soft lock potential. But
oh, I mean, you can fix that soft lock, but
yeah, you just gotta exit the dungeon or something, I believe. But
you have to unflood Swamp House. You have to exit the dungeon and go away one screen.
Oh yes, because you have to release the floodgates again, I believe.
Correct. All right, Aaron looks like he's coming back on. We don't know if he has Quake or not, so he does not yet. He's opened one chest in this dungeon so far, and it was not Quake, so we're safe. Everything is safe.
Okay, good. Phew, we're still doing our jobs efficiently. That's good to know.
Trying.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We will go with that.
Indeed. Aaron
Aaron splicing confirmed.
Splicing, yeah. Nice splice.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I've heard of splits in this game, but not splites.
Alright, so Aaron is electing to hit the crystal switch early. This saves a little bit of time in the long run because you can go back and forth really quickly. The only way this is possible is with a hook shot, which you normally would get in this dungeon in vanilla. But if you are forgetful like me sometimes, you can flood that key that you just picked up.
Yeah, and that that happens to me a lot as well. I actually never knew. And you'd think it would be so obvious that you could hit that switch, go down, and then come back around to save yourself a little time. It was actually my wife that taught me that one. It's like, really? Because I saw her do it. It's like, why are you doing that? It's like, watch. She's like, flip, go down, get the key, come back. It's like, holy frick, that does save some time.
It sure does.
Oh.
You can't do that in vanilla because you need the big key on the west side to get the hook shot.
Right. But still.
Mysticum on his way to Swamp Palace to acquire his second of 3 required pendants. They are required, so he needs.
Here's the question: is Aaron gonna actually finish the dungeon?
Good question.
It's gonna depend on if he knows there's still an item that the boss could have.
The worst part is we will never know because we don't know what the first item he opened was.
Nope,
I guess we're about to find out. Actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. Mystic was about to open the first item. We'll know soon. Hey, a shovel. Nice shovel, dude. Dig those Diglett.
I said, wait a second. That looked like a red rupee to me. It's like, are you trying to pull my leg or something?
I mean, Aaron grabbed the shovel.
Well, here I was looking at Mysticum. Wait a second, you weren't pulling my leg. He did have a shovel. Wait a second. I'm confused now.
Shovels.
Okay. Alright.
Aaron is the shovel knight. Mysticum is not yet a shovel knight, but he will be soon if he loots the dungeon, which he should because he needs Quake still.
Okay. Phew. You confused me there. Well, then again, it doesn't take much to do that. So, yeah, confusing the bird here is a very, very easy thing to do.
Aaron still doesn't have big key, map, or compass, so I think he's opened 4 chests at this point. So that means 4 of the 5 items in this dungeon, or no, 4 of the 6. I'm sorry, 4 of the 6 items in this dungeon are already accounted for. So
the fact that he does have shovel at least gives him the option to go check that spot out now. And I think that is the last spot he can check in the overworld aside from the Pyramid Fairy.
Indeed.
And we're still missing silvers.
Aaron elected to not open the 2 chests at the bottom of this flood area.
Oh, maybe he's thinking they're going to be map and compass.
Oh, he's got the big key, so now he's gonna double back for his 2 chests and then go back for the big chest. Probably depends on if he finds the items he needs.
Oh, that's not a bad. Ooh,
red shirt.
mail.
He got himself a red shirt.
Well, we know what that means now. If it's anything like Star Trek,
dead.
Aaron's gonna. Yep, I was gonna say Aaron's gonna find himself taking a blast to the face and dying. It's like any red shirt in Star Trek.
I don't know why this happens, but if you try to go up that staircase that Aaron did, it pulls you back down once. I don't actually know why that happens, but it does.
Gravity, my friend. That's what it is. He falls down the stairs and.
All right. Aaron now knows that Argus, Mr. Puffball Extraordinaire, has an item of some sort.
Let's see what item that's gonna be. And Mysticum's not that far behind him. Actually, Mysticum, I would say, he's in the lead right now.
He is, in fact, in the lead. He has 1 more dungeon cleared than Aaron right now.
And he's got a
because
ton more
we know,
items.
we, the chat and us know that Master Sword pedestal, in fact, has the Kingdom of Samaria. So,
we're all in it for the long haul, which you know what that means. The chat has to put up with me even longer now.
I'm sorry to hear that, chat.
Yes, chat, I apologize for nothing. But you're gonna have to put up with me just a little bit longer.
Aaron making his way to Argus.
Oh, he's got some butter, and we all know nothing kills cheese balls faster than butter.
Indeed, indeed.
You know, now that I'm looking at it again, that could be popcorn. Maybe it's just because I'm craving popcorn right now.
Aaron electing to use just spin attacks on phase 2. Kills him with 2 spins because of the might of...
Oh,
That's Quake!
There's
It was
Quake. Well, Mysticum's clearing out this dungeon because he knows he has to anyway, so Mysticum's pretty much going to be in go mode as soon as he finishes this dungeon because he knows where the red cane is.
Indeed, yeah, that's pretty big find.
That is a big find, and I would say at this point this is Mysticum's race to lose. Even
indeed.
after that really rough start he had.
Oh, the knowledge goes a long way. That's part of it.
Yes, that's a.
Like,
I would say that's a huge part of it.
Knowing that you have to do Master Sword pedestal is gigantic.
It just goes to show, though, especially for anyone who's ever racing any of these randomizers, don't give up if you have an early misfortune that causes you to backtrack a little bit, because you go one way and it could change your fortune dramatically.
Indeed, and like we said, sometimes it's the nature of randomizer. Sometimes you get lucky and find that one golden spot. You find that one seed where Master Sword pedestal is the game winner, and if your opponent doesn't check it, then it just becomes huge.
And that's the other thing about these races, that you don't know if your opponent knows this or not. So you still have to play like your opponent knows. It's like when you're playing a game of blackjack, you have to assume that there's an ace under that blind card that you can't see the dealer having.
Alright, we have dug up an arrow upgrade. We know that digging up is not going to find anything useful.
Yeah,
but we also know the incredible value of Swamp Palace.
Well, Aaron looks like he could be going in that direction right now to check it out. He's probably saying, please no, please no, please no, but at the same time, he's also cleared out Swamp Palace, so that's at least one less thing he has to worry about.
Mysticum electing to try to do hook dash strats. He lost his sword more than once now, unfortunately. It's the fastest way to do it, but it's not easy.
Oh, for Argus here?
Yeah, to get that 1 cycle or 0 cycle.
I've never seen that strat before. I may have to look that strat up.
Basically, if you know how item dashing works, obviously. If you item dash with your sword out, you will have the properties of being in sword slash while your sword's out, poking. So you gotta, but when you do the poke animation, you can cancel the animation of putting your sword away after you poke something by hooking again. So you just keep hooking and one-shotting puffs with your sword out, pretty much.
Really?
It's pretty tough strat to do. But it's very good to do. Also, Mysticum acquiring his Quake, he is now officially in go mode.
Yes, he's probably gonna do Ice Palace since he's in the area right now, and basically clear up from there. Because he's got Ice Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rocks. Finish up those 3, and you're good to go.
Wait, Aaron is electing to do Skull Woods before checking the pedestal. I would probably do the same. I would definitely probably finish the dungeon before I check pedestal.
Yeah, but that's the Kane's the only thing he's missing too. So once he learns that information as well, then he's technically in go mode. I mean, he is technically in go mode, but he just doesn't know it.
Indeed, he does. But he also knows that he needs to find. He also knows he also knows he needs to do all dungeons when he actually checks pedestal.
Yes, that's true. Like once he knows that the pedestal has the item, then he will know he's in go mode. But until then, he's going to be searching.
Pretty unfortunate.
And by searching, it's going to eat up his time, and it's just going to widen that gap that Mysticum has over him.
It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Yes, indeed. Chat saying, "Watch him not check pedestal." I'm like,
oh no.
I was like, we don't wish that on anybody to miss out something like that. But I've seen that happen too.
That would take the cake.
Yeah.
Of disappointment and unfortunate circumstances.
But Mysticum in Ice Palace now. Let's see if he gets the quick kill on these Stalfos. Very tricky thing to do, I think.
It's once you know what you actually need to do, it's not that hard. It's like my friend Andy, also known as Other Andy, also known as Real Andy, also known as Fake Andy, also known as Link to the Past Andy. See where I'm going with this. People get me mixed up with him all the time.
He's not the Toy Story Andy, is he?
No, he's not the Toy Story Andy. However, Aaron is checking the Andy from pedestal, by the way. He now knows that Canis Mars is there, but Andy, I watched his NMG tutorial, and he basically shows you how to do the stall post quick kill really easily.
Nice. I was gonna say he's also not Andy Dufresne, is he?
No, he's not in the frame.
If he was, I gotta figure out how the heck he got out of Shawshank and how he. I mean, it took him years to do it, but I at least gotta know how did he have the patience to do that.
I mean, sometimes you just have time in prison.
That is true. You would think in prison you would have all the time in the world, and you probably did.
Yes.
That's probably why. But I don't think he's Andy Dufresne, so I don't got to worry about it. I doubt your friend, the other Andy, the real Andy, the Link to the Past Andy, the fake Andy, whatever you want to call him. I don't think he's a fictional character.
He is not a fictional character. He's definitely
Okay,
a real
good.
person. I've definitely met him at the GDQs and other things. He is definitely real. He is not fake.
Okay, good, because I tell you, I've met some fictional characters before, and normally they're halfway in my head, but it's definitely weird to meet a fictional character. And the crickets go, alright, I'm good. I love it.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Aaron fighting the Mothula, the little moth. He is now
Yes.
dead. Mothula's a jerk because you hit him into the spike walls and negate the damage you do to him. It's really, really stupid, and I don't understand why it's like... I mean, I understand why it's like that. It's really dumb programming oversight, but thankfully, it's not a hard fight.
Every other enemy in the game seems immune to spikes, so why is this one not?
That's...
I mean, every other enemy, if you push him into a spike or something, it doesn't even affect them. But this boss does.
I don't really know why that he's coded the way he is, but
no clue. And yeah, Mystic comes in go mode right now. He knows that the Master Sword has the Cane of Samaria, so he's clearing out the last dungeons. There's no other item he needs. If he really wanted Lantern, he could go kill Aghanim, but I believe he knows the Dark Room and Misery Mire and in Turtle Rock pretty well to be comfortable with doing lampless strats. Yes, Jency, this is a pedestal seed.
it was in fact a pedestal seed. And my gosh, is that quite the pedestal?
Yes, that's
Mysticum has
huge.
acquired his third pendant. He is now going to go acquire the Master Cane of Samaria.
The Master Cane. There we go. But, I mean, this is the one thing that, like I said, we were all hoping for anyway. Well, at least, you know, us being the viewers are hoping for, because, again, well, you said yourself you like the complicated ones, so I imagine you probably like these Master Sword pedestal required seeds.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, I think it'll drive me nuts. I mean, normally when I go through these...
It's probably not a good thing to have during a tournament race, mind you,
No,
but
no.
if I'm doing casual racing, I actually really like complicated seeds.
Oh, anytime I play this casually, it feels like I'm going to end up going through the thing 100% anyway, just because, like, oh, where's this? Where's this? Oh, it could be this item. It could be the Master Sword. Oh, I usually end up full clearing anyway, even when I don't need to. It's like, all right, I got all 3 pendants. What's in here? Couch cash. Lovely. Let's go ahead and pull it out.
I did that once in a seed where I like looted everything, and I knew it wasn't required to pull it, but I did anyway, and I just grabbed it just for spite.
All right, the moment we're all waiting for. Pulling up the legendary cane that will defeat evil.
Oh,
There it
it's
is.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is. Ganon's not going to know what hit him because I don't think it can hit him. But he's still not going to know. Aaron, I think, is slashing out of frustration. It's like, hurry up, you stupid fire bar thing. I think it's called a fire bar. I wanted to call it a fire wheel because I'm used to watching a bunch of fire wheels on Mario Maker, but...
Yeah. Alright, so Mysticum going to the 6th Crystal Dungeon at 1 hour and 28 minutes in. We're finally going to see Misery Mire and Turtle Rock.
At this point now, though, Aaron's not that far behind, all things considered. He's 1 pendant behind. But one mistake for Mysticum could cost him, so he's still got to play practically flawless.
Indeed, but he's got a lot of potions.
He does have a lot. He did use one up, but he does have a lot of potions, and he can always get more if need be. Aaron, on the other hand, has a lot of fairies. So Aaron can afford to make a few deathly mistakes, we'll just put it that way.
Indeed. Wait, I like this broom with Misery Mire a lot. It's actually really fun to do fast. It's tricky, but it just looks so good when you do it.
Agreed. And so that's the way with some of these other rooms, especially in Ganon's Tower, the Gauntlet, some of those rooms with the Wizrobes, watching them done quickly. I mean, it seems like it can be simple, but you try and do it yourself. It's like, wait a second, I missed? But he did it so easily.
The cold stair fight, Aaron electing to use his fire rod. It's not a bad idea. It does gold sword damage to them. Makes quick work of those giant floaty marshmallow bits.
Giant floaty marshmallow bits. You're making me even more hungry. It's like, now I gotta call my wife. It's like, hey, where's my baked mac and cheese you promised today, which you didn't promise, but I'm saying you promised anyway because I want it. And she's listening right now, so she's like, I ain't making you anything until you get that kitchen clean. I'm like, man, I gotta clean the kitchen. I probably should have done that long before today. Oh, such is life.
Aaron now has the third pendant. He is going to make his way to grabbing the incredibly mandatory cane of Samaria.
Yes, thankfully Aaron will have that. So he's going to be... Excuse me. So he's going to be grabbing that cane of Samaria. He's going to be in go mode, so he's going to be very happy about that.
Yep, Mr.
He just
Confining the big key as well. Mr. Confining the big...
know how far behind he is right now.
He's not actually terribly far, but... Mysticum still has a pretty significant lead, and I still think it's Mysticum's race to lose. I think it'll come down to Ganon. I don't know how comfortable he is with Ganon, really.
Yeah, especially with no silver arrows right now, and with everyone just being... When you're in go mode, you're not checking these chests, but silver arrows are still out there.
Alright, Mysticum electing to grab a fairy. I don't, don't fault that move in the slightest.
Not one
Safety
bit.
buffers are good. Yo,
and there is the red cane for Aaron, so...
Did you check?
in clear
Did you see my epic timing with the tracker? The cane turned red just as he picked it up. That was awesome timing.
Man, that is epic.
So glorious. Mysticum now in the dark rooms of Misery Mire. This is a very tricky place to navigate. It could get messy quickly if he doesn't find the switch with the cane block.
It very well could be, and Aaron's gonna do it dark as well, because neither of them picked up the lantern, which, again, they both knew where it was. But it was Aghanim required, so... They're like, I really don't want to have to.
It's like 3 minutes of time to go get a thing that's a luxury item. I mean, it's not a luxury for everyone, but when you're getting into the better players, the better racers, the better everything, it's definitely more of a luxury than anything.
I think most of the people that are in the bracket section now are probably in some way comfortable with doing dark strats because they realize they're probably going to come a point when they need to, and it could very well come down to a win or a loss either way.
Indeed. And like I said, like most of the better players in the tournament at this point, well, not in the tournament, but he has a fairy, so he's fine. But
okay, good. Wait, he doesn't have a fairy, does he?
He bottled one right before entering the dark.
Good choice, good choice. I thought you were talking about Aaron for a minute there. I was like, wait a second, Aaron's got a bunch of fairies anyway. Yeah,
but like the lamp is seen more of a fire source than as an actual, lantern.
Yeah, especially with the runners who made it this far into the stage, and hats off to them. It takes when you have, how many runners did we have? Close to 100, if not over 100 people enter this tournament to begin with.
It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy, and what you guys are seeing here are the best runners in the world.
I wouldn't call myself best in the world at this game, but, we'll go with it.
Okay, it works in your head, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Making his way through the dark rooms. He's about 3/4 of the way done now. He's made it through all the hard stuff. He's got to blow open this wall that's at the top of the room, which I'm sure is not going to be hard to find. Center, but... He's almost through.
Get that. Flip the switch, go through the door, and he'll be home free. And he won't have to worry. Well, he's still got the dark room in Turtle Rock.
The dark room in Turtle Rock is like, it's scary to look at, but it's actually the simplest dark rooms in the game if you know just which ways to go. Like if you know it's like, oh, I need to make a right turn here and a down turn, because that's the first sequence. Right, down, and then left, up, right. No, I mean, it's right, down, left, or something. Pretty much like that. I don't know. I mean, I would know it if I was actually in it. Like I'm very good at doing things reflexively, but in my head, I'm too busy thinking about Mysticum killing some eyeballs with magic cape and dash strats.
That I don't think I've ever seen it done that quickly. I mean, normally at this point with these randomizers, I'm so used to seeing silver arrows just blowing through them. But you got magic cape, you dash in with gold sword. That's a very unique and a very effective strat right there.
It's definitely effective. It's not the first time I've seen it, and it's definitely probably the most efficient strategy if you do have those things without silver arrows. I still think silver arrows are faster, but if you don't have silvers, why not cape it?
Yep, you might as well at that point, especially since you got half magic. Which was definitely, that was, like I said, I don't remember 5 minutes ago, but that was one of the Hyrule Castle items, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, magic cape was...
No, the half magic.
Yeah, half magic wasn't half. You're right, I was thinking magic cape.
For some reason, I think I was too, but... Alright, Mysticum off to Turtle Rock, off to the home stretch of this race, anyway.
Guess I should probably mark the crystal that he acquired. Oops. I'm not doing my job anymore.
Oh, don't worry, I don't think I am either. Mysticum having a really tough time with the falling cabbage.
Those cabbages are deadly.
Oh, even when they're not falling, they're deadly.
Aaron electing to use magic cape to make his way through the dark rooms. It's actually a pretty safe strategy, to be honest.
Yeah, especially when you got a lot of things that are just firing at you.
Those are the sword traps, the ones that shoot when you swing the sword.
I always wondered why they always activated whenever I swung my sword or dashed or anything. It's like, oh, now I know. They're traps that activate when I do something. Fun.
Yeah.
Oi. Let's see.
Yes, Aaron is definitely killing this dark room really well.
Yes, he's doing real well with it. He'll, like I said, it feels like he's catching up really well to Mysticum right now.
Yeah, it's still a decent lead that Mysticum has, but I think it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna come down to Ganon, I'm pretty sure.
It probably will. It's like I said, it felt like that Aaron was a full dungeon behind, but he's really close to finishing this one, and Mysticum's just now entering Turtle Rock. It's like I said, he's closing that gap, and we're having an exciting race here, folks.
So Mysticum electing to check the bottom left chest first. The things you need are keys and the big key.
Yeah, as long as you got everything you need, and that you can fly right through it, so long as you got enough keys to go through it. I've gone through many times with a lack of one key at the very end, and I've been like, oh man, where's that last key?
Aaron also elected to use cape strats on phase 1 of Vitreous, and then electing to arrow to him for the second phase.
No dashing though, but still a fairly effective strat.
Efficient and quick, what you need. It's what he needs.
Is what he needed. Now this is Mysticum just performed something that some casual players aren't quite aware of, and unless you've actually watched speedruns of this a million times. But that torch room has always been the bane of my existence. And the moment I saw someone use a hook shot on one of those torches to pull himself out, basically to take the warp back to the door, it's like, holy cow! I did not know such a thing could be done. But that's a very safe way to get to the door before the torches run out.
Indeed, quite. Aaron looks like he is starting to buy some potions to prepare himself for the home stretch. Finally unleashing those bees on the world.
I was really hoping for a 4B Ganon strat. I would love to see. I don't think it would have done anything, but it would have been just funny to see how annoying Ganon could be.
It would be humorous, that's for sure.
It would be. It would be. Unless those bees turned on Link, that would be even funnier.
Alright, Aaron climbing up to Death Mountain now. He's got a significant... he's definitely significantly behind, but it's anyone's race, I still think.
It very well could be anyone's race at this point. And Mysticum having... he's being blocked by those chain chomps a little bit on his red cane usage, and he was going to try a hook shot to get across to the... to flip the switch, but when those things are up, you actually cannot hook shot to activate the switch. If you had a boomerang, you could, but that's why you have to go with red cane at that point. Or I don't even know if would a rod get blocked by that?
Cane would not get blocked, rods would not get blocked, arrows would not get blocked.
But the hook shot does get blocked. Go figure.
You hook to the block if you do it, actually.
You hook to the not to the switch. I mean.
You hook to the raised block.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like it actually attaches you to it and pulls you to it.
I thought it bonked off, but that could be me. I was like, it's been a while since
You
I
might have
tried
hit the
that.
chain chomp. Chain chomps will bounce off.
Oh god, those. It's like, what are chain chomps doing in a Zelda game?
You know, fun cameo. They're scary.
Oh, yeah.
They do a lot of damage.
It's just lacking Luigi now, and we're all set.
Mysticum going to get the chest, this vanilla big key chest, which has the big key, because I actually have been paying attention to the chest that's been open.
Yes. He knew it had the big key. He knew he had to go for it. So pretty much, he's got one key. He's got the big key. He should be in pretty good shape right around here.
Indeed, he still needs one more key to be able to finish the dungeon, and that could be in either the big chest or 5 other small chests.
Well, the odds of he's probably is he even actually looks like he is going to go towards the big chest if he can. But at least we don't have to take a look at Mimic Cave today. I did forget that Mimic Cave still had not been checked, which I'm assuming one of the boomerangs is in there, but we'll never know.
So Aaron now making his way through. He's going to do the fire rod room, presumably with, you know, fire rod and then hook shot off. It's what everyone does. Everyone's doing it. It's the cool thing to do.
It is the cool thing to do, and you were right. The key was in the big chest.
The big key. Oh, the big chest having the last key he would need to finish the dungeon. He can now ignore everything else with reckless abandon and finish the dungeon as quickly as possible. The question is, the question is, does he know that?
Well, I can never remember how many keys I need, but I think he does know it.
And
now he's coming off to the dark room down here, and boy, I think we're all going to be in awe as to see how he's going to do this. But at least he can see his shadow.
Yeah,
that's always a good thing.
That's why it's not that hard, because you know where you're actually going.
Okay.
He hits the switch, he goes up, and you go right, and then right again, and then down, then left and left. That is the order of events. See, I told you, I had to see it to actually like be able to vision it perfectly.
So you could have done this room blindfolded then.
Oh yeah, I could have. I mean,
okay.
I've done it in the dark before.
Okay. Alright, Mysticum not going after those 4 chests. Really, why do you need to unless it has silver arrows? But I think he's fully prepared to go without silvers at this point.
Really? For all I know, silvers could be in Ganon's tower too. For all we know.
It very well could be, because he's going to be checking a lot of chests in there just to find that big key.
The question is, will Aaron make the same decisions that Mysticum made?
And that very well could be the turning point there, is if Aaron is looking for silvers. Which I don't, at this stage of the game, I think they're, if you're at this stage of the game, I think you would, should have learned by now, or probably at least tried anyways,
have a
how to
degree
do
of
silver.
have an idea of how it works at the very least.
Right, because if you don't at least learn it, then the ones who do know it are just probably going to wreck you at that point. So you're best off to learn these things.
Mysticum making short work of Trihex's 2 extra heads. Trihex now comes out of his shell because he lost his other heads and he gets murdered by the gold sword.
Oh yeah, we all know that butter kills everything. Butter kills a lot, especially in the high concentrated. You know, I'm not going to go there. We all know butter murders. That's all we need to know.
So we have the 7th crystal.
Yep. That's it for him. He's gonna go to Ganon's tower and hopefully find Big Key early.
That's the dream. It could be. It has very much potential to be a sub 2-hour seed for both of them.
Sub 2-hour.
Sub 2-hour with all dungeons.
That's still amazing.
All right, the chat's playing the guess the chest number of where the big key is going to be.
I'm still guessing chest number 63. That's going to be my guess.
Pretty interesting guess. Man, I don't know. My guess, I think I'm going to guess 21. Lucky number 21.
So you're going to guess basically Compass Room then at that point.
Yes, I'm guessing Compass Room. The last chest of Compass Room.
Of the Compass Room. Aaron checking Mimic Cave probably remembered, hey, I really don't need to.
He does not need to, unless he really wanted silver arrows. I don't know how desperate he is for silvers or not.
I mean, it could have been a force of habit that says, okay, I got to check this out. And sometimes that gets the best of us too when we're playing these things. Like, oh, we gotta check this out.
2. He's going right side first? Are you insane?
Really? immediately.
Mysticum, don't do this to me. You're gonna ruin my bet. Oh, just thank God.
Yeah, because you did say compass room, but you know, if he did compass room first, and
Then it would not be chest number 20.
it would not be chest number 21, but he decided, no, let me play the odds. It looks like we're not getting Bob today.
Location 3, we're not getting Bob today. He's going right side.
What?
What are you doing, Mysticum? It's a gamble and a half.
That is, for a second, for a moment, I thought he got big key, and we didn't see it.
No, we're not that crazy.
I was gonna say, we're not that crazy. I mean, some of us are, but I don't think we're all that crazy.
Is Mysticum doing tile room? Oh, he's electing to do tile room. Oh man.
Might as well get it out of the way, but this gamble could, if it doesn't pay off, this could definitely let Aaron gain some ground on him.
Oh yeah, but this is something I would never want to do in a race like this. There's too much at stake.
Yeah,
Better
tile
play
room is usually last resort.
Yeah, because it takes so long. You just stare at the tiles. Gotta stare at the tiles. You get a chest after all the tiles are gone.
But at least you get to dance with him a little bit.
It's true. Mark Magus brings up a very good point. It's an hour 45 and a half in on a Master Sword seed. Mysticum does not know when Aaron checked for Master Sword pedestal. So we don't actually know if he knows that. Like he's thinking the dot's coming soon, so he's playing desperate. We know that he's actually in the lead.
That you have a very good point there, and chat did bring up a good point on that. It very well could be he's panicking right now, and that can sometimes come back to hurt you if you're panicking.
He did have some costly early deaths, so I mean he doesn't know Aaron also had some costly deaths. So like I said, it could be nerves. He might be thinking it's like, oh man, I've died several times really early on, and man, that cost me a lot of time.
That's the thing about these races, is that you are always looking at that IRC.
There's the silver arrows.
Mysticum probably breathing a little sigh of relief. He's got the silver arrows, even if he doesn't get the big key here.
And he did not.
He at least knows he can go into Ganon with a little more confidence.
By the way, chest count, that's number 8, by the way.
Yes, we were one closer to 63 like I guessed.
No, we're getting there. I mean, we're almost there.
We're almost there. Now, if they usually find the compass room, I have not seen this this part of Ganon's tower, and
it's really long.
Like 7 years old.
It's really long and it has no chests in it, and it's like never worth doing. But it leads to the central armor's room. So I mean,
so it's a bit of a shortcut, I suppose. But he's still gonna have
even then, left side's quicker to get there.
Yeah,
it's not even really a shortcut. You only get 5 locations, and you just go all the way over here, and now he's finally there. Wow.
Well, he's still gonna have to do that left side eventually, unless he finds the big key in Armos room or something, which that's a possibility too.
It could be.
But I think what he's doing right now is he's playing the gambling odds right now, as far as, because I think he thinks that he's behind.
It's possible, exactly. He is out of magic. That could be a problem down the line.
He's also got some blue potions, so I don't think he's going to be too worried about it. He'd rather not use them, but he's got silver arrows, he's got Butter Sword now. He can make still quick work of Ganon.
Yep, and quick work of these Armos.
Yes, indeed. Whereas Aaron right now is not checking the... He is not checking the compass room, so he's not going to get silver arrows, and we know he's not because he's going to find the big key before it.
9, 10, 11. 11 chests had the big key.
The gamble paid off for him in taking that route, because not only did he get silver arrows, but he got the big key anyway because he went to the Armos room instead of having to go to that left side. So hats off to Mysticum. He definitely played a big gamble there.
The big plays.
Yeah, that's epic. You couldn't have asked for any better luck in guts right there, because that's gutsy.
It was really big guts. That's pretty critical.
Yeah.
Now
that's huge.
Aaron's not on the right side of silver arrows, so he's not gonna get silver. So who knows what that's gonna be. Also, I'm seeing people in the chat wondering what number it's gonna be for Aaron. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. He's on 8 now. Currently on chest number 8.
All right, so that means my guess has gone down to chest number 54. That's not my guess for Aaron anyway.
The fire snake room is chest number 9, and then there's 4 chests in the teleport room up to 13. So it would be somewhere between. Oh, and then Bob chest is 14. So somewhere between 15
Around
and
17.
As Brute asks me to the punch, because he knows how to do math and I don't. Hashtag no math. If anyone ever tells you to play pharmacy tactic, tell them no math.
No math. Those no math strats there.
Aaron did not skip the first 2 chests, you know. He definitely did not skip them. I watched him get them.
Mr. Opting to go to the fairy room. He knew there was a full magic pickup there, so he probably wanted to get that so he could make quick work of the gauntlet. Of course, Silver Arrow's not cooperating with these.
It's the bloomerang. Aaron's got the bloomerang.
There we go. We at least can say that was a bloomerang found anyway. I'm having a little bit of issue with the gauntlet. I'm wondering if the nerves are kicking in a little bit.
Maybe.
It's possible. Although that one went pretty quick, so can't really complain there.
The gauntlet is a series of 5 rooms of increasing difficulty that you have to clear every room out of.
Each room more icy than the last.
Indeed. But now he's at Landless.
I was gonna say, I wasn't kidding there. Each room is more icy than the last.
He's gonna try to use silvers. He's gonna miss the first cycle though because damage.
Yep.
He's having some issues.
And Aaron's gonna take a little more time. He doesn't have silvers. He doesn't know they're in here. Although Ganon will tell him at the end anyway, but it's like at that point, what can you really do about it? Aaron having a little bit of trouble with the Armmost Knights on the ice. Excuse me.
So Aaron is about to acquire the big key. Is he going to get the 16 or the 17? He's getting to the 17!
Working that counterclockwise strat.
Just number 17. So if people guessed 11 or 17, you both won.
Alright, I win. What do we know?
Nice. Yeah.
My guess of 54 and 63 were right? No. Now Aaron going right for the... gonna start up the gauntlet here pretty soon. Although I call this first part starting the gauntlet anyway, just because I hate these mimics.
Mimics are pretty rude.
They are rude, but I mean, once you figure out how to manipulate them without moving yourself, it becomes kind of an easy point in that case, but...
Yup. I still have issues with the second room sometimes.
Oh, I do too. I have tons of issues with that. Those Helmosaurs are trolling Mysticum for everything.
He
wants that key. Yeah, he does. I think at that point I would have said, up, Bombos, let's get it over with fast. Especially if they were trolling me that hard.
That's 7 seconds of animation that you have to sit through.
Yep, I know, and I know at that point he wouldn't be doing it anyway, but like I said, that would be me. I would just be in that much of a panic mode at that point. But Mysticum, I think he's feeling a little bit of nerves, but I think he's playing with a cool head right now. He hasn't seen that dot done. He doesn't know how far ahead or behind he is. The 2 deaths still kind of linger on with him. But that's something we'll have to ask him about. What was going through his mind after he had those deaths.
Alright, he is Mysticum electing to skip the validation chest. Well,
Alright,
validation chest.
He's been Dairy Queened, that's it. Invalid run.
Invalid.
Invalid. You got DQ'd. And chat's going nuts with that DQ spam. DQ, Dairy Queen, DQ.
Dairy Queen.
Yep.
Get a blizzard. Oh, the validation chest is a meme. Because it's the last chest in the game. People think it validates the run to spend the time to open it.
Yeah, it's it's really, we say it, we do it in all good fun. They're not disqualified for this. It's just something that commentators like to do, the chat likes to do. And the runners know about it too, so and they know they're not going to get disqualified for it.
Indeed. It's not actually really disqualification, but
It would be mean if we did that, especially after the run these two are having and having to do a full clear and still being sub 2 hours right now.
Pretty incredible, actually. It's really, really good seed timing for that, and with some costly deaths too.
I know. Mysticum finishing off Aghanim number 2 very easily. At least it looked easy to me. He's making this look easy now. Even with 2 deaths, he's saying 2 deaths. I could do 5 deaths and I'd go through this. I bet you that's what he's thinking. It works in my head.
I mean, it's a meme. Memes aren't
is.
necessarily stupid, but I mean,
Well, they can be, especially when you have a dumb commentator like myself doing it. But it works, right? Right.
So Buttersword makes very quick work of the phases of Ganon. It's 6 slashes per phase. Nothing particularly difficult about it, as long as you play it slightly safe, like Mysticum is doing with the cape.
Yeah, he's got the blue potion, so he's not too worried about using up all his magic.
Nope, he is fine. I think, unless he has a costly fall, I think it's probably Mysticum's race to lose.
Yeah, this has been one amazing race, especially with Aaron searching for everything, and we all knew Mysticum had those items early.
And the knowledge.
The knowledge, and we were wondering, I mean, if Aaron had hesitated any longer on checking that Master Sword pedestal, he would probably still be in Turtle Rock right now. That's just how much power knowledge has in this game, just knowing where these things are.
Mysticum having a little bit of issues hitting Ganon, but
He's got him in a good spot for a double tap. 1, 2, almost a triple tap.
got him with the double. If you hit him against the cliff edge, it negates his vulnerability period, so that's why it ends early. So Mysticum acquiring victory over AaronDobbe in the first race of a best of 3.
Amazing.
With an SRL time of 1:56.26.
Hats off to Mysticum for that. 2 deaths early on, and having to full clear everything. Simply Amazing. And in the very end, he still ended the domination of Dr. Wily.
Dr. Wowie. Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie. Oh, that voice acting. Anyways, let's see. Are we able to get Mysticum in for...
hang on.
Or is it something we want to wait until after?
We want to wait. We want to wait until after. I'm being told. I'm talking to Fees on it. So, we'll see what we're doing.
Sounds good to me, and it'd probably be best that way. Let him have a little breather.
Yeah. So it was a very good race. It was very interesting. All dungeons were required. Make sure you follow the runners. It was an interesting race. It was really good. Really close actually, despite the fact that they had to do everything.
Yeah, and then very well Aaron could still get a sub 2 as well. It'll be a tight squeeze with the 2.5.
It depends on how well he is at Silverlist.
Silverlist. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have silvers, but still a full clear and still being around 2 hours.
You can still do sub 2 with Silverlist. It's just a little bit tighter.
Yes, that's for sure. And he doesn't have Lantern either, so he's going to use up a little more magic. But I think he does have a blue potion or 2, so he's got nothing to worry about. Sorry, your Triforce is in another pyramid. That would have been a good one. Even though it's hovering right there. Aaron electing to go with the cape strats here.
Following Mysticum's book, the Cape of Magic makes you invincible to everything.
Well, Aaron did pick up the book, so he is literate, so he can read from Mysticum's book there.
Indeed. It's very true.
That is. We all know he's literate today.
Everyone's literate today.
They may not be literate in the next seed, though. Alright, now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. I mean, it can be done. I'm sure Aaron, he's very well prepared for this. But anyone who's never seen a Silverlist strat...
He did get the torch. He got the torch with the fire rod. That's actually pretty tough to do.
Yes, that definitely is.
So the way Silverlist works is if you hit him like when he's about to teleport, it counts as an actual hit against his remaining health instead of turning him blue. I don't know why it is the way it is, but it allows you to bypass having silver arrows. It requires 12 spins with the golden sword to finish this phase.
I've never actually successfully completed this before, at least with the golden sword. I know the master sword, it felt like it took forever, but the timing on this is very... I mean, it's not very forgiving at that point, because you have to be right when he's teleporting out. And I believe you have a few frames to work with, but...
Indeed, it's pretty. The window to actually hit him with the spin attack is pretty open. He's vulnerable. The portion where he's vulnerable is right before he actually moves is when he is able to take the damage. So the spin attack gives you a really large window to hit him there. It's very lenient as long as you know that's when you should be.
Now here's a question from someone who actually doesn't know this, and that's usually me. Is it possible to kill him silverless without the torch glitch?
It depends on how good you are. The answer is yes.
Okay,
but
so
you probably will want to be using the lamp if you do that, though.
Okay, just making sure, because I thought it would be possible, and Aaron finishing up, making that silverless look easy.
Like I said, it's very possible to do it if you miss the torch glitch. It's just it makes it longer. I mean, you have potions. You can use fire rod still. It just makes it costs a lot.
Absolutely.
It was close race. The SRL time for Aaron is 2 hours and 34 seconds, just above the 2-hour mark.
Still, hats off to both these runners for a full clear and having 2 hours and under 2 hours still. Whew, that was very exciting. Give it up for them.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm trying to get a hold of Myth to see what is the course of action, because I'm not really certain what's happening right now because of the way the schedule is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not even sure if we're on schedule for the commentary for the second one.
Yeah, that is indeed the case. I mean, I need to eat dinner. I rolled out of bed and I was asked to commentate, and it's like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna.
Yeah. That was pretty much me too. So I'm sorry, chat. You end up with me because no one else was around.
So Myth is like, we need commentators. You want to do it in 10 minutes? I'm like, okay.
That was pretty much the case for me too. So, but we're just waiting to hear. I think I actually need to. I don't think I'll be able to commentate the second one either. I didn't know it was actually going to be a best of two, to be honest. But or best of three. But
best of three. Yeah, the entire brackets are going to be that way.
Yeah, I probably should have read up more on that, but everything was such spur of the moment, and I've been away for so long, but still. But I still think this was really an amazing race, and
I agree. It was really close.
I hope the chat was entertained by it for sure, because it was back and forth quite a bit. Mysticum then had a huge lead, and then Aaron really started picking up some steam towards the end there once he knew about the Master Sword.
The walking stick sleeps again forever.
The walking stick sleeps again.
Man, that was quite the race, though. I wonder what what the stats are looking like how many bonks people have. I guess we'll get to look at that.
Oh, that's right. We gotta do the bonk gas game.
I don't even know.
I don't know. They did get boots pretty early, though. They definitely got boots early, so I'm guessing bonks on Mysticum. Yeah, I was gonna guess something like 273, but
that sounds like something
31.
That sounds like one of my races.
Yeah, I was gonna say 273. That's my bonk level. I'm guessing 31 to actually have a serious guess, because everyone knows I'm not serious.
All right, I'm gonna go with I didn't really pay too much attention to the actual movement, so I think Mysticum didn't bonk that many times, but I still think because of the early boots, I'm gonna guess 44.
44. Someone already guessed 44 as well.
Oh,
62. We got a 38.
I'm stealing Golurk Reeker's idea and claiming it as my own.
All right. You're doing just what Einstein did with the theory of relativity. Theory of relativity.
The theory
Stole
of
an idea and claimed it as his
relativity.
own. Relativity. English hard, you know. 39, 39, 38, 26, 48, 41. They're all over the place. I'll be if it's 3 digits, then we'll at least know I was on the right ballpark.
Well, I've never seen a 3-digit bonk seed from any of these tournament runners.
I don't think I have either. Everybody.
I've certainly seen up there before. I've certainly been up there before.
Oh, I have too. Just I've never. Sometimes I just do it because it's fun, just to bonk. But let's see, 50, the square root of 2, which, oh boy, I don't even know if it can go into decimals like that.
It actually caps out at 99 bonks. I did not know that. Good to know.
Really? Well, all right.
I've never gotten the 99, so I wouldn't know. All right, so locations checked 145 out of 260. It's a lot of places.
Definitely, but they want to get that number as low as possible because, you know, it's like golf at that point. You don't want to do more than you have to.
I had a race where it was 186 out of 216. That sucked.
Yeah, that's
purple chest was the last item.
It 186. That sounds like my score when I'm playing golf half the time too.
Yeah, same.
But
Boss is 12 out of 13. Andy last night also had a 186 out of 216. Andy Lasso, the A Link to the Past guy.
Oh, the other Andy, not the Andy Dufresne or the Toy Story Andy.
Or me.
Or you.
It was fun when I first started out in the tournament because I thought I was him. That's how I was like, why isn't he hovering? I'm like, I don't know how to hover. I'm not.
You know, we actually forgot to give Aaron his Turtle Rock crystal too on the
29 bonks. That's a really good movement.
That's really good considering how early he got it.
The 2 deaths, yep. Menu time 4:44. That's a lot of menu time.
Only 4 save and quits though.
Well, when you get early flute, you save and quit a lot less.
That's true. He did have early flute, so Aaron's probably going to have more save and quits than that.
Yeah.
In game time 155.12 and 32 100th of a second. Very impressive, considering a full all dungeon clear. The only thing he didn't do was Aghanim. So I guess he can't call it a full clear because he didn't do Aghanim, but you know, close enough. He had to get all pendants and crystals. Coming up on Aaron's here and seeing what he's got. It's like this is the time we were like, sometimes we can just push fast forward to get the stats.
Yeah, if it was on emulator, you could, but
yeah, I don't think he's playing. I don't think Aaron plays on emulator.
Aaron's on emulator. He's got the counters in the bottom left, the input things.
Yeah,
that's definitely emulator.
Oh, well, what do I know?
I play on console.
I was just looking at the capture and it was saying it didn't look too clear to me, but I think also my glasses need cleaning, so that wouldn't surprise me either. So that's probably why everything's a little fuzzy to me.
Jinkies. Alright, it's 32 bonks for Aaron. Not too bad. Like,
no.
I like sub 35 is the number I like to see in seeds. I'm unfortunately a dingus and will get more than that often enough.
Hey, that's like the most fun thing in the game though, is just bonking.
Item menu 526. A lot of menuing. I mean, it was a complicated seed.
Yeah, definitely. And still, even his in-game time under 2 hours. So 159.31.
All right. I'm not gonna be commentating the next race, so I have to go get food. Thank you again for watching, everyone. Make sure you follow the runners. I hope you enjoyed our fun commentary, our fun race. There's gonna be a short break between the races.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be another race between these 2 runners right after. I am not gonna commentate it because I need to get food.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you
Take it easy,
again.
everyone. Have
I
yourself
hope
a
you
good
enjoy.
day.